Hi guys, welcome back to Dr. Paula's Network. Thank you so much for checking in. If this is your first time and you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon. So every time we release a video, you'll get a little notification and you will be on target. Welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to be talking about the dangers of mixing chemicals. Now you know we are in the middle of a pandemic and everyone is just terrified of this really deadly virus. So everyone is trying to keep their homes clean, and that is a very good thing. Okay, you know you have to disinfect what we call the frequently touched surfaces of your home. Means you have to do the doorknobs, you have to do the refrigerator handle, the microwave handle, your countertops, you know, anywhere, you know, the remote control for the TV, anywhere that is frequently touched. You know that somewhere during the day somebody is going to touch that area. You need to be disinfecting, especially if you have people who are going on the outside and coming back. Now, if you're in home quarantined and nobody comes in and out of your house, you pretty much know that your surfaces are clean. Doesn't mean you still don't have to wipe them. You still have to wipe them. But everyone is going around looking for disinfectants, and sometimes they cannot find some. Now that areas are reopening, I'm thinking it's easier to get, you know, bleach and other chemicals. You may not be able to get alcohol hand sanitizer, but some of the disinfectants should be back on the shelf. But one of the things you must never ever do is mix chemicals. And when we're talking about not mixing chemicals, we want to talk about really the bad one, the worst one. Okay, it's bleach. And you know, everybody calls it Clorox, but Clorox is just a brand. The real name of the bleach is sodium hypochlorite. So one of the things you want to be doing is reading your labels, and we'll talk about that a little more. You do not want to be mixing bleach with anything, really. I mean, you know, you put a little bit of bleach in your washing machine to launder your clothes, and it apparently is compatible with your laundry detergent, so you don't find the toxic gases that bleach, that sodium hypochlorite can produce, because we just use a little cup anyway. But guys, you must never ever mix chemicals to disinfect your home. So do not mix bleach with ammonia. Okay, now when you mix bleach with ammonia, it's going to produce a gas. And when it produces that gas, you're going to come down with symptoms like burning of your throat, burning of your eyes, your wheezing, your coughing, and you may have chest pains. And if it's really severe and it's enough bleach and enough ammonia, I mean, it can actually kill you. Yeah, so you do not want to mix bleach with any product that contains ammonia. And some of the products that contain ammonia are your glass cleaners, like your Windex. Anything you use to clean glass may contain ammonia. Even urine, and even they talk about when you're cleaning the litter boxes for your cats. You want to make sure that you are really not putting bleach in there, because the bleach can react with your ammonia, which is the ammonia that's present in the urine. And even when you are cleaning your diaper pails, you have to be careful, because mixing bleach and ammonia can produce gas, right? Sodium hypochlorite mixed with any product that contains ammonia can produce a gas that can be hazardous to your health. Now, the other thing you don't want to do is mixing bleach with acid. Yeah? Dangerous. Dangerous. You don't want to mix Clorox or whatever bleach, generic bleach product that you get from the dollar store or one of your supermarkets. You don't want to mix it with anything that contains acids. If you do, okay, you can have mild symptoms, like I said, wheezing, burning of your throat, coughing, burning of your eyes. And if it's just moderate in severity, that is if you inhale that gas that's produced, if you mix the bleach with your acids, you can have chest pains, shortness of breath, and if it's severe enough, you can actually die. So you do not want to be mixing bleach with anything that contains acids. And some of the products in your home that contain acids are some vinegar. Some of your glass cleaners may contain acids. Some of your dishwashing detergents may contain acids. Toilet bowl cleaners, anything that is used to remove rust may contain acid. Or anything you use to clean concrete, like concrete, stones, these things usually contain acids, and you don't want to be mixing bleach with them. I know we are all going crazy and we all want to keep our environment clean, but we have to do what is safe, and you don't want to die from the Clorox while you're trying to protect yourself against the coronavirus. Yeah? So do not mix bleach with acids, and do not mix bleach with ammonia. So one of some of the things you can do definitely to protect yourself when you're handling chemicals are dangerous, and you don't want, when you're handling chemicals, that you are doing what is not appropriate that can cause exposure to these toxic fumes that it produces if you mix it, or just reaction from the chemical itself. So if you are cleaning and you inadvertently mix your bleach with something that you didn't deliberately do, but for some reason you are having the symptoms, you're having a cough and the burning eyes and the burning of your nose and your throat, and you're having chest pains potentially, first thing you want to call 911. You want to call 911 so the first responders can come and transport you, give you the emergency treatment and transport you to the emergency room. Some things you must do to protect yourself against exposure to these chemicals are: one, when you're using any chemical, especially if you're not familiar with that chemical, you want to read the label. You need to know how much water is needed to dilute that chemical to give you the appropriate amount to disinfect your environment, disinfect your countertops and the other surfaces that you are intended to disinfect. Once you've removed that chemical from the bottle, you do not want to return it to that original bottle. Keep your containers closed, and you're not just doing it to prevent you from inhaling the fumes, but you're doing it to protect, to protect your children and anyone else in the environment that can potentially ingest that chemical. So you want to make sure you are keeping them closed. Some chemicals, if you keep it open, the gases, evaporate. So you want to go ahead and keep them closed. You don't want to use any chemical that is in an unlabeled container. Okay, and the other thing you don't want to do is to transfer chemicals into other bottles. Like, you don't want to transfer bleach and vinegar in soda bottles, and where someone may mistakenly drink it, ingest it, or add something to it. So you do not want to do that. Do not store chemicals to any flames or anything that's combustible. So you want to place your chemicals, under your sink or in some cupboard away from anywhere, that has flames. Okay, so please, if you are cleaning, you want to make sure you are not mixing bleach. Don't mix it with ammonia, don't mix it with acids, do not mix it with any other chemicals. And if you do have any kind of symptoms while you are working with bleach, you definitely want to call 911 so you can be transported to the hospital. Sodium hypochlorite or bleach, brand name commonly called Clorox. Clorox is not the only bleach you will find on the shelf. It is a dangerous chemical, and you do not want to mix it with anything. So guys, please be careful, okay? Keep your environment clean, but do what is right so you don't expose yourself to toxic fumes and gases. All right, guys? See you next time. If you have not subscribed to Dr. Paula's network, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, leave a comment below in the YouTube video comment. All right, let us know what you think. Have you had this experience? Do you know anyone who's had this experience? You know, inadvertently mixed bleach with some other chemical and ended up in the emergency room. What did you do? Were you on site? What did you do? Let's talk about it. Guys, take care, be careful. See you next time. Subscribe and hit that bell button if you haven't. And we will see in the next video. Dr. Paula's Network. Take care. Bye.